Alright, let's go get our OP maid back. Yeah, at least we've had Reverie with Ren. This game seems to torture me. I'm like almost positive she'll be a party member going forward in the other games, but still. Hi, I need to go through. Still can't believe that really happened yesterday. Both even the police and the bracers were overwhelmed. Try and not let it get to me as a security officer. What's done is done. We have to help get things back under control now.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's this way. Do you have anything to say? Welcome. If you're looking for Rosette, she's in the room on your right. I did know that. The associate professor is with her. She's through the worst of it now. At least I've been in there helping her throughout the day. Never expected we would be putting her research to the test so soon, especially not under these circumstances.
Well,
Using Noel was great. Yeah, I mean, that much is true. Sign tells me she's not going to be playable in this game.
oh, hello there.
Voice acting!
I hope everything went well.
Thanks. Sounds like you pulled an all-nighter, huh?
Looks like Zeros is up and running again.
Yeah, he did a lot.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately for us, the damage for him wasn't so bad. I just wish I could say the same about Rosette. Putting her back to the way she was is going to take a while.
Please, don't be so downhearted.
I thought you guys said she was already
The
fixed.
first-rate care you've been giving me has stabilized my vitals a considerable amount.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, that's definitely not fully repaired.
I'm relieved to hear that.
Have you spoken to Mr. Thorndyke?
Did before coming here, yeah. He's as much of a questionable character as I was expecting. Their chief of security is the same old standoffish grump, too. You'd think it'd kill him to put on a smile.
That's just how they are, I'm afraid.
It's fine, you know. You don't need to force yourself to speak.
For what it's worth, her life isn't in any danger here. The medicine you helped me with yesterday seems to have been working wonders.
So what happens if you just don't do that side quest? Like, I'm imagining she just, like, I mean, they have to have, like, another explanation or something, but... they changed VAs for 2 times now? Wait, what? With who? Who do they... Wait, they changed Ren's VA again? I did not notice.
She's right. It has really made this easier for me.
I noticed the change for, whatchamacallit, from 4 to Reverie. I didn't notice they changed again. That's crazy.
Good to hear. We sure didn't think it'd end up being used on you when we took that job on.
Once for the OVA and once to the current one? Oh.
The artificial limbs that Mr. Thorndyke brought with him are compatible with her too.
She has the same VA as Reverie though, doesn't she? She sounds exactly the same as Reverie.
That's not to say you shouldn't take it easy. Anything that involves the nervous system is a heavy burden on the body. The best thing you can do for yourself right now is get lots and lots of rest.
I will. Thank you.
It's the same as Reverie? Okay.
Oh, I truly am sorry for not being able to support you all when you need it most.
Don't sweat it. We can take things from here. You just kick back and relax. Next time you wake up, you can bet we'll have good news to share. And a hell of a big bonus, too.
That's different for the OVA? Oh.
I'll have to look forward to that then, won't I? Follow your hearts and act as you always do. And everything will be fine.
Sorry, but I'd like to ask you something. Why? Why did you risk your life to save mine? No one should have to put themselves through something like this over someone like me.
Okay, see, he has a point.
It was because you were just so dazzlingly radiant in that moment, I suppose.
What?
You have so many people who care about you, and you care about them just as much in return. To someone who's lost her bonds, memories, and even body, the sight was almost blinding. I'm a little jealous of all you have, if I'm to tell the truth. So please, treat yourself like an irreplaceable treasure, not just for you, but for those who love you too.
About Rosette. How much of her is artificial, anyways? I don't know for sure, but my guess is a lot. You were indirectly involved in making her who she is, too, right? That's right, we assisted Marduk in researching artificial, biological limbs some time ago. Partnership only produced a prototype, though. I never imagined, that we would actually start using that technology like this. Rosette was clearly the result of multiple different technologies being used together, not just the one they developed with us. Heard this is also a field that the Institute of Technology over in the Empire has been looking into. You seem like you've known the truth for a while. I couldn't be sure, but I had a feeling. I mean, she did do some, like, insane things. Rand had one English VA for Sky SC, 3rd, CS3, CS4, and then the current one for... Wait, she wasn't in CS3. I would know. Unless she had, like, a flashback or something that I just forgot or something, and she had, like, one voice line or something. I don't know. But yeah, I did not really like her voice in 4. So, yeah. I was like, wait, did she have like one voice line that I wasn't aware of in that game or something in a flashback? I was like, no. Yeah. But anyway, I can tell the image I was seeing during our video calls was artificially generated. So it took me really off guard when she just showed up in person at Therabad. It was only when I noticed that she moved faster and kind of different from normal people that I started putting 2 and 2 together. Makes sense. I did feel like there was something strange about her, but I never would have imagined it was this. She's capable of far greater power and speed than an ordinary human, but she also has less precise control over her body in exchange. I can't imagine how much effort she must have put in to be able to move as natural as she does. She'll be able to return to the way she was, won't she? I'm sure she will, right, Professor? I think there's every chance of that. The technology involved seems to be fairly well established by Marduk at this point. Won't be easy to make all the precise adjustments after reattaching her limbs. We'll make sure it happens. Counting on ya. She might be on loan to us from Marduk, but she's as much a member of Arkwright Solutions as the rest of us. Anyway, time for us to get out of here. Right, we need to do what we can and put Rosette at ease.
Wait! Please. If it's not too much to ask, could I keep helping you?
You already got one of our members, like, lost 2 limbs because of you.
I want to stop Professor Callahan and the devils who've done this to him by my own hand. No matter what it takes.
Cat...
Sorry, but no can do.
I suppose that's the right decision after I landed Rosette in a hospital bed. I wasn't able to use Fio and Zeros at even half of their potential, either. If all I'm gonna be is a burden to the team...
That ain't what I'm saying. You're no burden. We're gonna need you and your engineering know-how here for sure. But we're also not a charity. We only do favors for people if the client and price are a good fit. You heard what Rosette said, right? If you did, then you should know what you gotta do. And where you went wrong.
You're right. I should never have done something that would upset the people who care about me. And I never will again. I just want to stop the chaos unfolding in Basel and the misuse of technology that created it. And if I'm gonna do that, it's not the help of the police or guild I need. It's you. As compensation, I can offer you my skills and expertise on technology. I can also give you my word that I'll help Essie put Rosette back to the way she was as fast as possible. Is that enough to make me a good fit for you?
It sure is. We'd be happy to take that 4 SPG on. We'll be counting on you now. Couldn't ask for better than a student of Professor Hamilton's.
Thank you. I won't let you down.
Somebody's gotta
Promise
warm
me
that
you'll
bench.
Take good care of him, okay? I'll be working around the clock too.
Promise. Thank you so much.
Time to get down to business.
Teammates on low are always the best. Kinda. CID Special Ops unit is gonna be here this evening. That means we've only got half a day left to do what we want. Once they're here, we're done. We gotta make this time count. Sure felt to me like Almada's work was done after making that AI a success. You sure they didn't just bounce? No, I'm certain they're still in the region. Abnormalities in the orbital net and distribution network are less pronounced than yesterday, but they're still present. Something's still happening, I'm sure of it. Really? Almada's research is still going on somewhere in the city? Rosette mentioned something earlier that I think can help.
This might be fundamentally different to what happened in Crossbell, but I still think that is our closest reference point. The orbital network and septium veins were used in the development of highly advanced technology then as well. Basel City also has both, making it the perfect environment to finish what they started.
You guys realize Ren was literally there, right? You could just ask her about this, but it's fine. Orbital Network and the Septium Veins at their disposal, they have access to effectively unlimited resources for their research. Professor Callahan has reached the heights that the Singularity and Crossbow did. And our foes are probably lurking somewhere in the region, finishing what they started. Ren busy? We literally just talked to her! That's still a very large area to try and find them in, though. We'll have to find some way to narrow our search down. If we could get close enough to their location, the Genesis might react and show us we're on the right track, too. Using the damn thing like a metal detector. Suppose we gotta try anything we can at this point. Let's see if there are any... Oh, good, more side quests. Yay. No telling when we might find a clue that'll lead us to the truth. I'll help however I can. Wait, should I not be meddling in your other jobs now that I'm a client instead of a guide? Don't be silly, you're one of us now. You're our client, but how about we just treat you like you're a temp for now? That works for me. Happy to have you with us. Even if it means the kid to adult ratio is evened out here. Well, then let's get to work. Want to stop by the guild, Vern, Dressar's workshops. Should probably talk to our resident genius professor too. Those sound like good plans to start to me. Or good places, rather. You know, I was worried there wouldn't be more side quests. Well, seeing as we can't use Rosette now, I guess we actually
Maintenance mode activated.
have to use him. I guess we kind of got him, like, okay. Like, he should be serviceable, I think. I do think I kept him mostly upgraded. That's fine for a fill-in, I think. I think we're fine. Okay. I think we'll be okay until Rosette rejoins, probably. Track down Almada while completing 4 SPGs. Alright.
Taking off now.
Like, look how many quests we've completed. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holy crap.
Why not stay here and relax?
I'd help if I hit the right button, wouldn't it? Alright.
What have we got?
Failed to mention this earlier, but I have a proposition for all of you. It's something of an extension of Crown Prince Reed's request, but if you have the time, would you consider taking on the job? Okay. A quest from the CID, eh? Intriguing for sure. I wonder what they want to talk to us about. Not gonna say no to a potential rendezvous with Kyla. How about you? Hi. So you checked the bulletin board, did you? I am doing all the requests. Me, writing a 4SPG. I never thought I'd see the day. Wouldn't it have killed you to be more direct instead of going the 4SPG route? So I am speaking to... so, am I speaking to Kayla or am I speaking to the CID? You're sharp. This may seem a bit bureaucratic, but I've submitted this request in the CID stead. Okay, it concerns the armed machines that were released in the city during yesterday's attack. Confirmed that around half their numbers were destroyed, while most of the others were treated with Armada. Okay. So, but we've also received word that 2 high-spec units might still be at large within the city. Really? So this is like a monster extermination request. We did encounter a few machines fitting that description yesterday. See, the police probably have their hands full with them. You need a cleanup crew. But Marduk and the guild don't really tickle your fancy. Have I got that right? Exactly. Marduk's involvement was a result of the president's more heavy-handed approach. We're not too fond of that. This is more a matter of professional pride than anything. I guess that does make sense. Special forces are due to arrive in the evening, and they're sure to complicate things. We'd much rather solve this problem ourselves. So you want to loan us out to the CID for a day, is that right? Not just the CID, the Principality requested this too, I assume. And whatever the case, we really can't have those things running loose. Makes sense-ish. Out of curiosity, was this Renee or Kincaid's idea? He's pulled together his own task force to address the problem. They're negotiating with the president's office as we speak. Risk of divulging too many details, he's been pushing for a separate division meant specifically for these tasks. Yeah, that tracks. Guy's resourceful to a fault. This really is a job for Marduk or the guild, but I can guess the CID doesn't want to swallow its pride. We ain't exactly free, though, is the thing. We got other jobs to do. I mean, I'm doing all the side quests. I guess we can look into this on the side. Lay it on me. Hey kitty, how's it going? Might find a lead or something. You have my gratitude. Here's what we know about those rogue models. They're most probably the same as the models employed by Vegas Films and Therabad. Those assholes. And 2 of them at that. You fought them before? They sound like a real hassle. Yeah, you don't know the half of it. Yep, because they are. But they're hiding, how they're hiding in the sea to begin with. They're too big. Got some kind of optive camo or something? Not to our knowledge. The Alba has been patrolling and scanning the sea from above since yesterday. Arctic has cleared out the small units we found. The large units have yet to be located. What's the theory? Suspect that they're hiding in plain sight. Some sort of radar jamming? I didn't know they could do that. Hearing about the special materials that can absorb or deflect orbital waves. They have those on those things that are that large? That's kind of surprising. Probably looking at a container made of such material, likely into the city recently. That or a van big enough to hold them. Probably pretty simple to deck one of those out and anti-rate. Is it really? No idea whether Armada's driving it around themselves or if they contracted that out to somebody. Look into suspicious containers and transport vehicles. We'll focus on the stuff that's out on the road. So this is going to be one of those wander around and find something. But we should have this cleared up pretty quickly. Understood. I'll mobilize the local authorities and notify Bird of the Artisans Guild. Either of us makes any headway, let's keep each other posted. Okay, that sounds easy enough. What's the move? We can hunt down every wayward van in town. We'll be out here all day. Traffic in and out is closed, with plenty of vehicles remain inside city limits. Main arteries fan out all sorts of directions. Searching them all would... yeah, they'd be time consuming to say the least. Cops on site, we can leave the crowd control to them. We just gotta pinpoint where the transport is most likely to be. Newtown and the Artisan District make the most sense. Most traffic, freight especially. Get lucky, or I guess unlucky in this case, and we might fish up a robot. So we need to find people who drive stuff a lot. Okay.
Time to start working.
Guy learning the truth about your best girl. Ooh. I'll have to go back and watch that later. How's it going, guys? I want to make sure we have the best gear equipped. Hi.
Hello there. See you again.
You only have this.
Hello
don't
there.
You?
See you again.
Which one is the one with the store? Oh, is it Vern Arms? Okay.
Do you know what you want?
Okay, he does have the best equipment. How did that go? So I don't think there's actually anything else. I was wondering if I need to equip him with better armor, but it doesn't look... Actually, yeah, that is better, isn't it? Yeah, that is better. Alright. Good thing I checked. And now we're broke. That helped a bit.
I hope to see you again.
And again, I think we're good on the ordnance.
Maintenance mode activated.
Damage to stunned enemy. I guess it kind of is good. Attack 2, defense 2, hit 2, action 2. We should probably get defense 3, though, shouldn't we? Oh, we don't have one. Yeah, sorry to hear you're sad.
Hello there.
Hopefully you feel better, kitty.
See you again.
Okay, I think that, for real, will get us, I hit the wrong button.
Maintenance
What
mode
we need.
activated.
So I think we'll be fine now. Hit 2, break 2, and P2, strike 2. Attack 2, defense 2. Like, this seems fine for the time being. Right?
That's a single element slot, boss.
It's probably fine. Yeah, it's fine. I think we're okay. Alright, now let's go complete this request, shall we? Yeah, I am very, very curious to see what her reaction was, so I'm going to have to go back and watch that later. I'll feel so better when I get better news, but tell them just... I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that.
Why not stay here and
Hi.
Can we talk?
Sketch transport vehicles. Let me think about that for a sec. A lot of cars go by, so... Well, now that you mention it, there was something funny this morning. Huh? There was? What did you see? Any details would be greatly... would be great, no matter how small. So we've got the whole lockdown thing, and it got me thinking about how I wanted to do business today. And I figured, people are still hungry. People need a pick-me-up, so I made my way out here, albeit a little later than usual. And then this big old transport van comes up, and something about it just seems weird. Weird? Were they driving funny? Opposite, actually. This was this little empty soda can sitting in the road, and transport just ran right over it, like made no attempt to avoid it. Whole van kind of shook a little. I got spooked and bolted out the way, but the van just drove away like nothing happened. The nerves on that driver, honestly, stone cold. Sounds like there's more to the story. That's what I'm thinking, yeah. Because then it turned into this, right at that fork in the road ahead. And when it did, I heard a thud. I think whatever it was moving got shuffled around. First, I thought maybe it was some machining tool thunking around there, but you'd think they'd stack them so they don't do that. But like before, it just drove right off without a care in the world. I almost felt like I was just imagining things. See, catch what make the vehicle was? Yeah, it was a red star, a big one, probably some delivery company, but didn't have a logo or branding or anything on it. The van was just unmarked, kind of weird. That's a bit whack. Thanks a bunch, bud. That was some really good info. Glad to hear it. Anything to help. Goddess knows we'll need it right now. But I heard things are looking up. They said they're gonna open up the roads tonight. Just gotta hold out a little longer. We'll find a way. Thank you very much.
Why not stay here and relax?
So yeah, I'm very curious to see what Sky's reaction was to Best Girl.
On my way.
We don't usually stream on the same days, you know, so. Stop by what I could, but yeah. Alright, let's talk to you.
Now
Hi.
then.
Can we talk?
You want to know if seeing a suspicious freight truck? Bit of an odd thing to ask. Well, yes it is. Sorry for just dumping that on. Nah, I'm just giving you guff. I did actually see something like that last night. Did? So what was suspicious about it? Well, deliveries last night were all way behind schedule because of all the craziness in the city. Never really got everything sorted out, even with that big ol' eye in the sky watching us all. So I finally wrap up my work. It's late at night, and I'm tired as hell. I start to head back toward my home on the edge of town. Waiting at one of the lights, and then I see this giant red star truck pull up next to me. It had a really weird color scheme to it. Never seen a red star painted like that. Had to be from out of town, I figured. Hey, he's a tired old dog like me driving at ass o'clock. I'll give him a wave. I look out my window and, nah, forget it. When I say it out loud, it sounds ridiculous. Must have just been seeing things. Hey, come on, don't leave us hanging. You might not have been seeing things after all. Won't you tell us, please? Alright, just don't laugh at me, okay? Looked out the window, and there was no one behind the wheel. Just nothing. Huh? What do you mean? Just nobody in the driver's seat at all? I was as puzzled as you are. Before I could really process it, the light turned green and the truck rolled on away. Had to put my eyes back on the road after that. I never saw the truck again. It only really dawned on me when I got home. Maybe the driver was just on the short side? Their truck was definitely taller than mine too. Maybe I just couldn't see him. Either that or, again, I was tired as all get out. I might have just been seeing things. So yeah, that's how it seemed to me at the time, but honestly, it was probably nothing. Moral of the story here is that everybody needs to sleep. You can't go burning the midnight oil just because you can, you know? Lesson I learned, yeah, we'll take care of ourselves. Yeah, take it easy yourself. That sounds like the kind of thing a single good night's sleep won't fix. Oh, for sure. The city's sealed off until tonight, so I'm gonna try and take it slow while we got nothing to do. Nice. We got way more clues than I was expecting. The two accounts we hear both involve a Red Star transport, which leads me to believe we're dealing with one and only one vehicle. I'm still freaking out about the whole driverless truck thing. Don't blame ya. The fact that it happened at night turns this whole thing into a bona fide ghost story. Probably a logical explanation though, and I'm sure he'll provide it. Wait, for real? Is it related to technology you have insider knowledge about? Correct. I believe it's utilizing tech that is currently in the R&D phase of development in many countries. It's called an automated vehicle, and it allows a person to go from place to place without lifting a finger, because a hollow core is doing the driving. The fact that it kept going in spite of the empty soda can makes me strongly suspect it's an AI-controlled vehicle. My suspicions were correct then. Ren told me a little about this before. How's it going, Zeppo? That's so cool. So that means it wasn't a ghost. Phew. Well, you never know. Maybe there was a driver until his shitty job worked him to death. Now he lives on as a vengeful ghost behind the wheel. Wait, what's that? Oh shit, it's right behind you. Hey, there's nothing there. You should have seen the look on your face. Why are you like this? You want me to stop calling you a kid? Stop acting like one. Back on topic, there was an incident regarding unmanned driving tech. Everyone in the underworld was going on and on about it at the time. I'm amazed this thing driving around the city without causing any problems. It's kind of insane. Not too surprised. You could prevent most accidents by connecting it to the traffic management system and info on city roads. Technology should be state-of-the-art. In fact, I suspect it's the same type that caused Professor Callahan's downfall. Oh, I'm sorry. Nothing to be sorry for, and I'm all right, I promise. Now's not the time to wallow in sentimentality. So what's the plan? AI's functionality and patterns could make it quite difficult to capture. I know, normally I'd be fine with dumping this on the second lieutenant and the cops. But I'm a car lover at heart, and I do not like seeing them be used as vehicles for bringing weapons to the city. It's personal. Figures. Want any bright ideas, Chief? First order of business is seeing how far this AI can really go. Also, I'm gonna bring on some outside help for this gig. What kind of outside help? Do you have somebody in mind? Yep. I hear they'd be here. Party then headed to the motor pavilion. Okay. You're doing pretty good. What about... I'm doing okay. Trying to make some good progress tonight.
Then let's head over.
I think this is only side quest in this section, so we're trying to get it done.
What's going on?
Hi. And so, did we get it? Did we get all that right? You want us, kings of the road, to chase down an AI intruder, huh? Don't underestimate them. Really don't know what you're getting into. Neither do I, to be honest. Does sound hard to believe, yeah. I couldn't really go too much depth on the call, sorry. He's crashing out about Ren teases, though. That part's true. That's freaky. A giant van just driving around all by itself? And it's carrying assault robots inside it too? Yeah, it's pretty far-fetched, but honestly, I'm intrigued. We street racers take pride in our skills, and I'm not about to let some beep-boop bastard one-up me. That needs to be a new quote. Beep-boop bastard. Well, being an AI, it can process things much faster than you. Without a plan to catch it, it would probably outmaneuver you. No sweat, we'll show that bucket of bolts what real people can do. So what's the plan, Van? Well, here's what I'm thinking. We get my truck and your two cars. A three-pronged attack, eh? Making sure not to overlook the robots themselves. Okay. Well, I guess we'll save in case something goes wrong. Which with me could be anytime. All set here. Yep. Combat will ensue upon beginning the operation. It's recommended to have the party's equipment in order beforehand. Okay. Hit the road. You got a bead on the transport? Yeah, I've pinged them on the traffic network. They're patrolling the street in a specific pattern. They're due to come by here in around 20 minutes. Whoa, there really is nobody behind the wheel. Tinted glass too. They got this shit figured out. Transport is probably optimized its driving style to evade pursuers. Are you sure we can handle it? Safety first. Don't understand. Best of luck. Holy crap, that went fast. I had to read it on my stream thing to the side. It went so fast to read it. So sorry it was a little delayed. Damn, wish she could take me for a ride like that. She really is her uncle's niece. They're keeping clear of other cars. So far, so good. How's the traffic looking? It's no congestion as far as I can tell if we can get it cornered. It really is just going so fast. We got it. Perfect. Get the CID, the police, and the traffic guys. Right. I invoke emergency authority to request a temporary road closure. Yo, Andy, how's it going? Looks like it gave up. If machines can even do that, I don't know. Perhaps it simply wasn't programmed to handle these types of conditions. Or situations, rather. Nah, it ain't that easy. The machines are booting up. Yeah, you guys should probably get back. Right. So it was carrying those things. So these are warrior models. I see what you mean. They are from Marduk, no doubt. Yeah, these are the ones from Vegas Films, alright. 2 at once is going to be tough. Be careful, guys. On the flip side, we know how they work. Let's send them to the scrapyard where they belong. Their joints are their weak points, according to Rosette. Focus on those. I don't think the game's that deep, but sure. Let's clean them up before they get on the street. Okay. Andy, they took away my best character. These are dark times.
A chance. Here goes.
I don't know if we're really gonna need this, but better safe than sorry.
Send you flying.
And they keep flying around, yeah. She's here and they're just like, you know, we're just gonna have her be here, but you can't use her. I'm probably playing too defensive, but I don't know how much damage these things do. The answer was not much, at least not based on that attack.
There.
Here goes.
Alright.
Max boost. My skills coming right up. Give me power. Yeah. You're finished. Take this. Rampage. Boost gauge here.
Go time.
Ah, crap.
Allowed all
He's
the
paralyzed.
Keep it up. It's working.
Think fast. Take this. There. I owe you one.
Okay, can't say I'm a fan of what that looks like. Really not a fan of that.
Initializing drive.
Well, it almost took out my shield. That did take out my shield. They're doing more damage than the last boss did.
Keep it up. It's working.
Activating skill.
Perfect chance. Max, let's go. Coming right up. It's the end of the line. Yeah. You're finished. Take this. Rampage. Boost enhance. I need help.
You're not getting away. Blast off!
Not that bad. Got him. Oh man, that was like a movie shot. That all you got? That felt so much easier than the one we took down in Thairbad. That's info really came in handy there. How often do you go and fight things like that? I mean, ain't like we want to, just sorta happens. Now let's figure out how to shut off that auto drive thingy. Right, I'll get to work on... uh-oh. Are you shitting me? Get back. Whoa. Look out. Get away from that thing. A third one? Seriously? The Bastard waited for us to let our guard down. I'll hold it off. You guys get back up. Killed Marduk, whoever. I don't care. What are you? I don't think it's that hard of an enemy. What's that in her purse? Don't be a hero, dipshit. This is serious. No need. Backup has arrived. Oh, hi. And...
You let your guard down.
we have voice acting in a side quest? Holy crap. Oh, it did kind of break. That's weird. I don't know why. Let me fix that real quick. Thank you for telling me about that. That's very weird. I don't know why that happened. I don't know how my mouse got moved. I've not been touching it, but yeah.
Perish.
Okay, bro just one-shotted it. Yeah, optical weapon? That's his Buster Lance. Showed me it back home once. Credible, I see now how you earned your title. I mean, yeah, if you could one-shot those things. You had the measure of the situation from the very start, didn't you?
This was nothing more than our response as a part of crisis management. Our firm's concierge has previously analyzed the situation.
I'm shocked that there's a voice acting in a side quest.
I will leave the rest to the CID and the local police, as well as them. Farewell.
Okay, don't say anything to Fairy, it's fine. The attack was incredible. He took out the robot in one fell swoop. Alright for the joints, just like she said. Looked like he barely lifted a finger. Well, this is Marduk's ace we're talking about. That's just what he does. He looks like a protagonist in an entirely different RPG series. He kind of does. Hey, all's well that ends well, right? We still got the credit for it. That in and of itself is aggravating, but I'm no position to complain. At any rate, thank you for completing my request. Yeah, given you did hunt down 3 units instead of 2, your reward will be adjusted accordingly. Much thanks. I mean, we didn't even fight the third one, but I'll take it. We didn't do much. Hey, I'm just glad I got to have a good race. Talk about stealing the spotlight. What are we? Chopped liver? I still got a long way to go before I can rival my brother. I'm just glad we put a stop to those robots for good, even if it wasn't all us. Yeah, you have my thanks as well. Who knows what danger would, what damage would have been caused if left unchecked. Don't sell your short, bud. You helped a bunch too. Plenty more where that came from. Let's keep Armada on their toes. Of course. Some fiddling, he managed to decouple the auto-drive unit from the transport vehicle. After the local authorities conducted their own investigation, the traffic restrictions were lifted and all was back to normal.
That's one job behind us.
Reward deposited.
I did need the money. Alright, so I think that's the only side quest, right? Yes. So, let's go back to the Arsenal District.
Off we go.
Okay, so I guess we'll do the ones on the sides first, and we'll finish up with the one in the middle. I think that makes the most sense. Speaking of them teasing Ren, hi. Couldn't have timed your arrival better. We're expecting to find you here. Oh good, knockoff Machias is here too. You want something from us? The opposite, I have something for you. A little piece of intel. Do you have to go blabbing to them about it? Hey, don't spoil her fun, Killjoy. Ladies don't like a hard ass. Excuse me? Alright boys, simmer down. Now's not the time for mouthing off. So what's this info about? To the surprise of no one, Armada was behind the explosion in Anchorville. Sounds like it's a mess there right now, after word got out that Armada had corporate help. Yeah, a lot of high-ranking bracers are stuck there right now, trying to sort everything out. Honestly, I'd really rather be out there right now, but we're tied up here. Wow, okay, Zeppo's just trying to get banned now. That's crazy. Yeah, after yesterday, we're not leaving anytime soon. Indeed, I'm still positive that the attack in Anchorville is just a diversion. Basil has to be their main target. In fact, we know a little more about the agents who unleashed the archaisms in the city yesterday. Strongly believe it was the same duo you met in Langport. Yeah, them again. They caused a ton of trouble back in Langport too. That's certainly not good. That said, we shouldn't have to worry about them here now that Marduk is in town. How many men have they got? We talking just one area or the whole city? They have enough people on the ground to rival a large Jaeger Corps and vastly better equipment. Their chief of security in particular, he's a real force of nature. Of course, I imagine you know that pretty well already. Yep, Gramps here described him as one of the strongest Yangers to walk the earth. It's funny, the guy's got this baby face, he doesn't even look 30, but he gives off this vibe he could kick your ass in the next week. In any case, the city's in good hands with him patrolling around. Still gotta figure out what Armada's plotting. That's true. Speaking of, you confirmed those two you encountered yesterday were connected to the gardens, correct? Yeah, said they were overseers. Checks out, they got 4 units and an overseer in charge of each one. 2 of them seem to be connected to Armada differently though. Okay, so Melikor is both an overseer and a high-ranking executive in Armada, but his cohort said that she was only a contractor. Talk about complicated. I wonder what the story there is. We're not much the wiser than you guys there, unfortunately. What we do know is that the most monstrous mafia and most vile assassins to ever live have joined hands, and that ain't good. Indeed, after we have Basil taken care of, we'll need to devise a strategy for dealing with them. Have you managed to learn anything more about what Armada's up to here? We're not learning anything. Having an opinion isn't allowed in here. Having bad opinions isn't. Fortunately not. If anything, we were hoping you might have a lead on where Professor Callahan might be. Wish I did, but I'm not that familiar with the geography of this area. Tried to see if I could find anything on the net, but they covered their tracks, unfortunately. Sorry for coming up empty-handed. Don't worry about it. It really wasn't going to be that easy. Aside from that, my only other advice is to keep the septium veins in mind. They're more relevant than you might think. Septium veins? I recall Rosette mentioning those recently, actually. They do have a tendency to affect the orbital network. Yeah, I do know that. At first glance, they appear unrelated. We had no way to prove they were at all related, till a certain phenomenon in Crossbell demonstrated that the two can affect each other under the right conditions. The incident here is eerily reminiscent of what happened a year and a half ago. It's just my hunch, though. That does make a lot of sense. Thanks for the pointer. Well, we're gonna get back to tracking down Callahan. What about you three up to? Doing the rounds, keeping the city under control. We can't just leave it all to Marduk. Yeah, they're good, don't get me wrong, but they're even shadier than you guys are. I don't trust them. I'll be helping out too, until there's some other development that demands my attention. You could have just joined our group, but it's fine. You need to keep an eye on the other students as well. We're waiting here for you, Agnes, Odette, and Albert too. Don't forget that, okay? I won't. Be careful. As if you need to tell her to be careful. That's a take. That is one hell of a tank. Take. I think she's literally like 18 now. Saying she's old now, it's crazy. That's a statement. Give it another look. Comet railed through her this time. Yeah, I think she was like 17 in Reverie, and she's 18 now, I think. Something wrong? Something we can help with? I wish it was that simple, but nope, ain't nothing you can help with. Guess it wouldn't hurt to fill you in, though. That would help. What? Parts of that weapon prototype went missing? Yep, we found it out when we were looking into Callahan's disappearance. Most of the parts are still here. It's not like the whole thing up and vanished. There's little bits and pieces of our inventory missing. Our order sheets don't add up. We haven't been able to find the missing parts anywhere. Not just a few of them either. We're missing huge chunks of inventory. Too much stuff to count. That's a bit alarming. You're talking about that weapon you showed us earlier, right? She was 16 in Reverie? Oh. So 16 in Reverie... I guess it was a year and a half, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Anyway. Definitely ain't good, and you're right. I don't know how we could help with that. Smells like an inside job to me. No way the world-famous Isard workshop loses track of inventory like that. Damn straight. A lot of us here know about the weapon, but it's a highly confidential project. Taking extra steps to make sure nothing gets out. Of all the times this happened right after I went and mouthed off at Townsend. Shameful, I tell ya. Order parts online, don't you? I remember you showing me how that system worked. Do you think this inventory shortfall might be related to the network problems the city's been having? Our youngsters suggested the same thing. It's not entirely off the table, no. I just like to think we were being more careful than that. How could we not be given everything going on? Understandable, yes. I find it hard to believe it was just an accident with how careful everyone's been. This feels premeditated. She was 15, CS4? Yeah, that part makes sense. That part does make sense. With all the weird stuff going on, it's hard to chalk anything up to coincidence right now. Just so much going on. We'll keep an eye out for any leads about your parts, though. Thanks. I'm sorry. You got enough on your plate without us and our stupid supply hiccups. Still trying to find Callahan, but we haven't gotten any good leads yet. Best guess is he's somewhere off the beaten path. Might have holed up somewhere on purpose, even. Does sound like a good guess. Well, if you learn anything, let us know. I want to believe people have to look up like how old characters are in each game, and that that's not just something people know off the top of their heads. Although I guess people can be bigger nerds than I am.
Ridiculous.
I will say though, Ren looked a lot older than Tita, even though they're about the same age. I think Tita's like a year younger or something though. Oh good, this asshole. He's totally not going to be evil. There he is. I'm glad we didn't have to go on a wild goose chase to find you today. Me too. If isn't the Spriggan, you look like you have something more to discuss with me. Damn right we do. I imagine you're already privy to the situation, so we don't need to bring you up to speed. I mean, I don't need to look it up every time. I just forget. Honestly. Professor guys with glasses are automatically sus? Exactly. Right now, we're trying to get everything under control ourselves before the government intervenes any further. So that's why we wanted to ask you about... Me? What exactly do I have to do with all this? I will admit my curiosity is piqued by the developments here. Marduk is an interesting wrinkle in the story, as are Professor Callahan's, shall we say, inadvisable efforts. I do plan to stay and watch how this all pans out, but as I said yesterday, can you at least let us finish before dismissing me? That's a good point. I've had to face a lot of hard truths over the past few days, but it made me realize just how lacking I am and how much I still have to learn. I know it's impossible to rectify all of that overnight, but there are still things I want to protect, no matter the cost. As all I want for your feedback on a hypothesis of mine, I won't ask for any more of your help than that. Go on. Professor Callahan all but lives on the network now. That goal of his contradicts the actions he took. One thing doesn't add up to me. Why did he simply let the Mafia destroy Aurora? That's a good question. I agree, that's an obvious contradiction. Maybe if they intend to use weapons of mass destruction, they must figure out how to invent and produce them. They simply don't exist yet. Professor Callahan's AI does solve one part of the problem. Even with functional blueprints, there are no means to produce them. AI is essential in their research efforts. It holds more computational power than any other machine in Basel. And if they no longer have it, that begs another question. How will they produce the nuclear weapons without the means to invent them? An astute observation. Can't say no, can you? Something tells me you wanted to help him out all along, in spite of your crotchety old man act. I'm simply giving him the feedback he requested. It will be up to him to prove this theory, though judging from what I've heard so far, he'll find the answer soon enough. You're correct. People do not grow and change overnight, but having watched you, I can see how you matured over the years. Look forward to seeing you grow into a well-rounded scientist, just as Professor Hamilton did. Yeah, totally not going to be evil. Thank you, I will. He really is like a brother to you, huh? More helpful than he wants to admit. Curious where he's going after he leaves Basel, but I guess that ain't my business. I agree. Besides, it's not our place to tell him how to live his life. We need to focus on our own work right now. You're right. I mean, that is true, but... I got a lot of info to work with now. Yeah, but I can't wrap my head around how it all fits together. Maybe talking it out will help. Is there a place we can talk in private? You always head back to the inn. Actually, how about you all come to my place? We won't have to worry about people listening in there. We couldn't impose on you like that. We really don't mind, and neither would Grant or Professor Hamilton. It's her house, but I'm the only one who lives there right now. Cool, we'll take you up on your offer. Kind of curious to see home of one of Epstein's 3 disciples. I wouldn't expect too much, it's just a normal family home. Anyway, we could head over whenever you'd like. Well, cool, we get to go see his house. Like, the inside of it. That's kind of cool, right? But, yeah, I'm not going to be at all surprised if that professor turns out to be evil. He really has the look down, so I'm kind of just expecting it at this point, you know?